What's going on, guys, and welcome back to another episode of Career Mode. This is episode number 270, and yes, here we are. It is the last episode of this series. We have reached the finale. We have come to the conclusion of this epic Career Mode. And what have we got today? We've got the Champions League final against Napoli, one of our former clubs, played live. So I want to say straight away, guys, thank you so much for all the support on this series. I mean, you know, to reach 270 episodes is a huge achievement, and I want to thank you all for your support. It really does mean a lot to me, and of course, we could never have got this far without you guys, so thank you all so very much. I really appreciate your support on this series, and if this is your first episode, your last, your 270th, your 113th, your 7th, your 91st, your 88th, whatever, it doesn't matter how many episodes you've watched of this series before, thank you so much for just being a subscriber and being a viewer of this series. I really appreciate it. It does mean a huge amount to me, and of course we could never have got this far without you guys. So yeah, we've got the Champions League final against our former club Napoli here. And I really want to put Anderson on the bench for this game. He needs to get on the pitch at some point. Yeah, it is going to be the Champions League final against our former club Napoli. Of course, we hope to complete a famous treble. The reality is, if you can believe this, we have never once won a domestic treble before. Never before with Millwall in our first stint of management. Never with Napoli when we left to the Serie A. Never with Spurs, and we haven't done it since returning to Millwall. So it's a surprise, you know, considering how much. And you know how many trophies we've won and how much success we've had over this series. To think we've never actually won a domestic treble, which is Champions League, League and Domestic Cup. Quite a shock, isn't it? But, you know, that's the truth. So, we're going to be taking on Napoli, and hopefully we are going to complete that last aim of the series with the last episode. Before I start as well, obviously I just said there, thank you all for the support, I really appreciate it. But before I start as well, I want to address a couple of things. The first thing is that I'll be answering questions from Twitter today, and as per usual, if you want to follow me on Twitter, I highly recommend it. It's at @DocLanders, and there's a link to my Twitter in the description of this video, like every single video. If you want to follow me on Twitter, please do so. You can ask me questions there, you know, be interactive with me there and follow my videos there and so on. I'll be answering questions, and I've got a few comments over the past couple of live commentaries and people saying the questions are quite samey and quite repetitive. Obviously, I know that, and that's why I'm trying to change and do and answer other questions. Now, I also got a few comments from people saying, well, you know, when you answer those questions, they're not as entertaining, they're not as they're not really as enjoyable to hear the answers to. I can't really do both. I can't really get everything sorted and make sure that all the questions are going to be entertaining for everyone. But I like variety, I like variation, I like different questions getting answered here and there. So maybe I'll answer something which is a bit of an obscure question, which not everyone's going to be asking, but it's a new one, it's a unique one, it's something you guys have never heard before. So again, if you disagree with the questions that are being disagree with the questions you're being asked, how can you do that? If you don't enjoy the questions that are being asked, then you know, just quite simply follow me on Twitter and ask questions which you would prefer answered, and maybe I will. It's just I don't like answering the same questions all the time, which are like, you know, top 4 predictions, FIFA 15 career mode teams, and so on and so forth, because they just get a bit repetitive. I don't mind doing them every now and then. Like in this episode, I think I might be talking about the Champions League, and also there was a question about career mode, who are we doing for career mode on FIFA 15. I don't mind answering them here now and then, but not all the time. So that's why I'm trying to make them a bit more varied and a bit more get a bit more variety than usual. And there you go. And also as well, I have a question for you guys actually, and I'd love you guys to answer this as well. I have a question for you guys, and I need your help as well. I really do. After this episode, there will be no more episodes of career mode, obviously, but I will be doing a one-off special video to end the series completely. It's going to be a series finale, and anyone that was on my channel last year, thanks for being a long-term sub obviously, but anyone that was on my channel last year, you would have seen me end my FIFA 13 career mode with a Champions League final, and then after that we did a special one-off series finale where I did a best bits of the series, a sort of a highlights, if you will, a best moments. And you know, there were moments like Marcano making his debut on the Community Shield against Newcastle and scoring a penalty in the last minute. loads of things like that. Gazaniga scoring a penalty, getting assists, things like that. There were some best moments, if you will, and that was really enjoyable. And you guys seem to really like that, and I want to do the same for this career mode as well. So if you guys have any moments in the series which you really enjoyed and they're particular highlights for you, maybe the day Scott Triggs made his debut, and he came on with no legs, and we all started laughing. He then became known as the man with no legs, and the man that wears trousers who's on the ball right now, and playing a shocking pass. Maybe that was a highlight for you. Maybe it was a highlight when, I don't know, Carrasco scored a late winner against West Ham in our first ever Millwall versus West Ham derby. Maybe you really enjoyed the moment where, I don't know, like, if there's a particular moment in career mode which you really, really enjoyed, then please, is that a penalty? Seriously, I thought I won a ball. If there was a moment which you really enjoyed, then please let me know what it is in the comments, and I'll think about adding it to the series finale. I need as many as possible, so please let me know in the comments what your favourite moments of this series has been. But anyway, I guess it was a penalty. It got the man first. But anyway, I'll get down to the questions, and hopefully they'll be enjoyable for you guys to listen to, and hopefully I can save this penalty as well. Right, where's Hazard going then? Where's Hazard going? I think he might be chipping this one. Nope. Damn it, he stuttered, and I thought he might just blast it down the middle, but instead he scores. So, worst possible start to the Champions League final, but I'm not worried. It is going to be hard. Napoli are one of the best sides in the world, of course, because we made them one of the best sides in the world. It is the worst possible start, but I'm not worried. We've got more than enough time to get ourselves back in this game, and more than enough quality to do so as well. Anyway, the first question comes from Anderson Ford, and he says, have you got any advice for someone that's starting university, academic, social, or otherwise? Honestly, Anderson, I really don't, and the reason being is because I didn't go to university. I went to sixth form and I left after the first year. I did my AS levels, did terribly, and I didn't bother going back for my A2 levels. So university was something I never planned to go to anyway, and I obviously subsequently never did. So I don't really have too much advice for you, but the only thing I would say is what I would say with pretty much everything when it comes down to academics, and that is don't worry about it too much. It is important, obviously, I'm not going to lie, they are important years of your life when you're at university. And obviously I wish you the best of luck, but you've got many, many years ahead of you. This period of time, this 3 or 4 or 5 or however many years you study in university for, it is an important part of your life, but it's not vital. It's not everything, People can get by without degrees, people can get by with degrees, people can get by with, struggles through university and so on. So, it's not the end of the world if you don't do as well as you think, and I guess just go into it and try and remember it is just another stage in your life. It really is. It's not everything. After you finish university, your life doesn't just become how it's going to be for the rest of your entirety. No, it's just another stage, and you have many to go in your life. If you're starting university at the average age of 18, 19, 20, it's just another stage in your young life, and after it's done, you've got many years ahead of you. So try not to worry too much. I guess that's the Yes, Oscar Polo, diving in at the far post. Try not to worry about too much. You've got lots more time ahead of you. And I guess that's just the best advice. I guess just try and have fun. It's a new experience, obviously, and I'm sure you really enjoy it. I know most people that have gone to university who I know have really enjoyed it. And that's about it, really. That's all I can say. Again, I can't really give advice as opposed to, you've got to do this at uni, man. You've got to go to freshers. You've got to do this and that, because I've never been, But I guess my best advice is what I say to everyone doing academics, and that is, try not to worry about it too much. You've got many years ahead of you, and it's not the end of the world if it doesn't live up to your expectations. Next question comes from Reese, and he says, roughly, this is a really good question. I only get it. I don't get it too often, but I usually tend to shy away from it because it's hard to answer, but I think I might answer it in this one. Reese asked me, roughly how much time do you spend making each video? It is a really difficult question to answer, that's why I do tend to shy away from answering this one, but for me, the videos are varied, they really are. One video could take me 2 hours and that's it. This video will take me about maybe 2 to 2.5 hours. Obviously I've got to play the game, and then I've got to sync the commentary with the audio, and sometimes that can be a real struggle on its own, especially if the audio's been delayed. I've got to sync the commentary with the audio, with the game, and great challenge offside anyway. And then obviously I've got to export it, which will take a while because it'll be a longer video. and then I've got to watch it back and upload it. And it won't take me as long as some videos because there's no actual proper editing, if you know what I mean. Like, I don't have to edit all the video clips and all the highlights because you get to see the whole game. So this video won't take as long, but then there are some episodes and some videos which will take ages. They'll take like 7 hours, you know, because I've got to do so much editing. Maybe I've got to, I don't know, maybe I've got to play a game again because the Elgato cut out or whatever. There may be some complications. There may be some issues that have gone on. Maybe I'm not commentating very well and I've got to do like 4 or 5 different commentaries and sync them all together because they haven't been good enough on their own, and so on and so forth. It's a real, there isn't really a set answer to that question. But it does take a few hours regardless. You know, I think there's a bit of a common misconception that people have over YouTubers, and unless you've done YouTube yourself, you wouldn't know, so that's okay. But there's a bit of a common misconception that YouTubers, and particularly FIFA YouTubers as well, will literally just churn out videos, and it's easy as hell for them. You know, it takes like an hour to make a video, and you know, that's it. You know, they're done for the day. The reality is it takes a lot longer. You know, it really does. You can't just mess around. You know, you've got to use your time wisely. You've got to manage your time wisely, and it takes a long time. You know, what can I say? It's a really complicated thing to do, YouTube, and there isn't really a set answer to it, but it does take a few hours. It does take a few hours minimum for me, and usually several hours, but usually it's worth it, so that's the most important thing. Fabio Almeida says, what team will you choose first to do a career mode on FIFA 15? Again, I asked this question a few live commentaries ago, but of course, as we're about to come into FIFA 15, I may as well answer it again. In the next week, I might as well get you guys prepared for it anyway. In the next week, I will be doing a quick video on YouTube, and I will be letting you guys choose the team via a straw poll. I'll be putting 4 or 5 teams into a poll, and you guys will have the vote. You guys can have the say. Who I will choose for career mode is entirely up to you. So there'll be 4 or 5 teams. One of them is probably going to be Burnley. In fact, Burnley's going to be a guarantee. Definitely going to be doing Burnley in the poll. Probably going to be doing West Brom as well. Possibly Newcastle, possibly QPR, possibly Derby, not entirely sure. There are a few I'm thinking of and a few I am considering, but I'm not entirely sure just yet. But Burnley and West Brom are definitely going into the polls. Those two could be really fun in my opinion. And I'll also let you, I'll let you guys choose. You know, I'll make sure there's at least 4 or 5 teams. So there's a bit of variety, and yeah, I'll let you guys have the choice as for what team we will start at for the career mode, and it should be good fun as well. So there you go. Niall McCurlin or Niall McCurleen says, what is your favourite film of all time? My favourite film would probably be 2 extremes, but probably Shaun of the Dead or Coach Carter. Like, I love both of those films. Shaun of the Dead, I've seen it so many times. I could probably write you the script if you want. I've seen it so many times. It's the funniest film I've ever seen as well. It's just absolutely goddamn hilarious. It's just amazing. I love Shaun the Dead, and also Coach Carter as well. Oh, ref, that was a foul there. It's tugging his shirt. Coach Carter as well. I love Coach Carter. It's a really inspirational film. It's just, I don't know, it's just a really good film to watch. Like, Coach Carter is a great film regardless of what mood you're in, you know. So one of those 2 films, probably Shaun the Dead, just because like I said, I've seen it so many times, I can probably write you the script again. But yeah, Shaun the Dead and Coach Carter will be my 2 favourite films, and there you go. And I'll answer your next question once it gets ball away, because I don't want to take my eyes off the screen here, because Napoli are looking really dangerous every time they go forward. And next question comes from Ali, and he says, who's the most important for you in childhood and also now? The most important person for me in childhood when I was growing up was my cousin. She was like a sister to me, really. She was... Oh, what a header, just off the post. Thank God that didn't go in. She was like a sister to me, you know, she really was. She was born 2 days after me, so I'm 2 days older than her, so it was the perfect age, really. And there was no age gap, and she was someone who I just felt comfortable being around, and I didn't feel comfortable being around many people when I was younger, and now I suppose. And she was just, like I said, she was like a sister. You know, she moved to Scotland when she was young because my uncle's Scottish, and I saw her every single summer, and usually in the spring and the autumn as well for a week or 2. And I talked to her all the time, man, I really would. Back when I had Facebook, I'd chat to her on there, and I talked to her on, oh, great save, and I talked to her on On MSN, Jesus, MSN, that's going back a bit. Is it Microsoft Messenger? Yeah, it is, MSN, whatever. That's what we the cool kids abbreviate to, MSN. And going back a long time now, showing my age a bit here. And I talked to her on the phone, text. She meant everything to me when I was a kid. She really did. Although I haven't spoken to her for a few years now, and I don't think I'll ever speak to her again. So it's kind of sad, to be honest. I do miss her a bit, but that's what happens when you get older. You do lose contact and lose friendships with the people who used to be important to you. But as for now, the most important person to me now is, without doubt, my grandmother. I can't imagine life without my grandmother. I really can't. And I don't know what I would do without her, to be honest. It's as simple as that. She means everything to me. She really does. She's, without doubt, the most important person to me. And I don't even want to think about what life would be like without her, because I need her in my life. And especially for someone who doesn't really have a relationship with her family, she's vital for me. She's very important, and I couldn't imagine life without her, and I don't want to imagine life without her. I think it would be unbearable, to be honest. But yeah, there you go. When I was growing up, it was my cousin, and now it's my grandmother. So hopefully that answers that. Next question comes from Bean Plays, and he says, "Why do you think this generation is so judgmental?" It's not really. I'm a bit misanthropical. Like I kind of. Oh, what a great chance on the break here. What a great chance. Come on, Eric D. Don't have too much pace. Can you cut inside? Yes, you can. Surely. Oh, I put it wide. Oh, what a chance. I did everything right, but I got the finish wrong. Everything was right there, but I messed up the finish. Oh, what a chance. Yeah, it's not as judgmental as I make it out to be. Like, I'm not exactly anti the human race, but I do tend to think the worst of people, but I think you can forgive me when it comes down to personal experience. That's how your view on the world and how people is warped, is through personal experience. And through personal experience, most people I've met in my life haven't exactly been the nice, open, accepting, tolerant type of people, unfortunately. And therefore, of course, my view is going to be a bit warped, and that's how I see it. But people aren't as bad as I made them out to be. But I guess, there are still some bad people in the world, but the majority of people are good and nice people. But we are becoming, I should say, as a society, a lot more open and a lot more accepting. But it's just there's still the minority that give a bad name for the majority. I guess that's the best way of putting it, to be honest. And Aaron says, "It's tough, man. Seriously, they had one shot on target and they scored from it, and that was from the penalty. And we should have created more opportunities, to be honest. We really should have done, but." Aaron says, "Do you think the idea of reincarnation or any other form of afterlife exists?" I'm open to the concept of it. I try and shy away from the religious type of questions I get, because I have a diverse type of following, and I probably have people subscribe to me from all different religions and different backgrounds, and so I don't really want to offend people, as religion can be a sensitive subject. But I'm open to the concept of there being an afterlife. When I was younger, I used to believe in God, and I used to believe in the afterlife. I wouldn't call myself religious, because I didn't really go to church or anything, but I used to pray every single day. I guess the best way of putting me was I was really spiritual, and I couldn't see, I genuinely just couldn't believe there was no God. Like, I have that kind of view now. I'm agnostic, but I'm a bit more of a deist. I couldn't really see how there couldn't be a God. Like, to me, there had to be a God. How could this universe come to existence if there wasn't a God? And subsequently, how could this life be everything? Surely there must be an afterlife. This life that we live here on Earth, oh, it's off the post. Oh, what a chance, off the post. This life, it can't be everything. There must be some form of afterlife. There must be somewhere we go after we die. You can't just have this. You can't just be born and die and that's it. It can't be that way. But now as an agnostic, I've lost that kind of view. But I am tolerant of every single view of whether there's an afterlife or not, whether there's a God or not, and so on, because I don't know. And, I don't know because I wasn't there when the universe came to be, and that's why we can look at evidence and we can basically feel as though we have a good interpretation of what we believe happened right at the start of the universe, but we don't know because, believe it or not, none of us were there when it happened, So, I don't believe I can ever be an atheist, the same way I don't believe I could ever be religious again, or I should say spiritual again, because I don't know. That's just the honest, God-honest truth, and I don't think I'll ever be able to decide for definite. So, I guess the best way of putting it is I'm open to the concept, although I don't technically believe in it myself. My honest opinion is when you die, Like, I have literally no idea what will happen, but I highly doubt there's anything to come afterwards. But I'm still open to the concept that there could be something, because the reality is, no one can recount what the experience of death is like, because, surprisingly, no one comes back to life, So, oh, what a great save. Butland off the post again! The ball's hit the woodwork 3 times in this game. So, yeah, I guess that's the best way of saying it. I don't know, and therefore I wouldn't like to say, and that's why I'm agnostic, and that's why I think I'll always be agnostic. Oh, what a lovely build-up. Oh, he's offside. That was really nice. Anyway, next question comes from Zenkin. And he says, how can Manchester United field all their attacking talents in the starting 11? It's a difficult question to answer, because I don't know the answer to it at all. I did say, our former player Ermakov's coming on. I did say in one of my previous live commentaries, I think they'll be okay this year, and I do. I think they will be okay this year. But, when you think about how many world-class offensive players they have, Di Maria, Falcao, Van Persie, Rooney, Mata, even Januzaj is becoming, looking like a real danger. And I think, the people that think Januzaj is overrated, I completely disagree with. He's still very, very young, don't forget. And he will be a great player in the future. They've got so many great attacking players in their side, and how they get everyone involved, I have literally no idea. I'm still not convinced by the 3 at the back, and I don't think I ever will be. I don't believe United should be playing 3 at the back. When you play 3 at the back, you need 3 solid and disciplined centre-backs. United centre-backs aren't experienced enough, Johnny Evans is one of the most experienced they have. They got Phil Jones and Chris Smalling, who are still very young in terms of a defender's age. They've obviously lost Ferdinand and Vidic, and the centre-backs they brought in, obviously Rojo and... Actually, Rojo's the only one, isn't he? And then you're looking at players like Tyler Blackett and Michael Keane. They're not going to be used to playing 3 at the back, and they're not disciplined and ready to play a 3 at the back formation, because it is one of the most straining for a defensive team. 3 at the back is straining for defenders, because there's no wide players. Obviously, the wide players are sort of well, it depends sort of who those wide players are. They could be wingers, they could be wide midfielders, they could be defensive midfielders. You don't really know. It depends on who the players are, but the point is those centre backs, they need to be disciplined, and they need to be already used to playing 3 at the back, and they're not. So I'm not convinced that 3 at the back, and therefore I think, in my opinion, they have to change formation to a 4 at the back. Now I know Van Gaal prefers the 3 at the back, and obviously playing Trixie, and obviously playing 3 at the back would be preferred for him, preferable for him. But I think they've got to change the formation, and I don't know, I think Van Gaal will get it sorted. I think there's still a way to introduce Rooney, Van Persie, Mata, Di Maria, Falcao into the same team, but all into the starting 11, I'm not too sure. I think one of those players will probably be starting from the bench on a regular basis. Who exactly, I don't know, but I think one of those players will probably drop to the bench on a regular basis, but I'm not entirely sure who that will be, because it will be very difficult to play all those attacking players, and with at the end of the day, it's all well and good having those attacking players as well, but you need a solid defence too, which United don't have. You need to know that you can have all those attacking players in the lineup, but you also need to make sure that the defence are aware of that, because obviously they're not going to be contributing defensively. Rooney might, but I can't exactly see Falcao tracking back 50 yards to make a last-ditch challenge. So yeah, that's my take on it. I don't know how exactly, but I'm sure Van Gaal gets sorted. But again, I'm personally of the opinion that one of those players will probably be starting from the bench on a regular basis. But we'll have to wait and see. It should be exciting for United fans anyway. Next question comes from Ryan Smith. He said, what would you say has been the toughest thing throughout your YouTube career? The toughest thing has probably just been keeping everyone entertained. I'm someone who... Oh, I missed it. What a chance. I've had 2 golden opportunities, but I've missed them both. I'm someone who... My main focus on YouTube is keeping people happy, just like it is in life, I guess. It's my main aim. I need to make sure everyone's entertained, everyone's happy, everyone gets something they want. And it's very difficult to do that when you have thousands of people with different opinions on what they find entertaining, watching your videos or wanting to watch your videos every single day. It's very hard to do that. For me, when someone subscribes, I don't want them to sit there and say, yeah, I've subscribed, I'll probably watch videos for a week and then just unsubscribe or not bother watching anymore. When someone subscribes to me, I want them to know that there's always going to be something which they might enjoy watching. That's why I run 2 career modes. That's why, a player career mode as well, so technically 3 career modes. That's why I've That's why I've run Ultimate Team, so online and offline gameplay. It's why I've did an add-on with the World Cup series. It's why I'm doing Football Manager videos right now. Basically, it's why I'm doing 2 to 3 videos a day right now. I've got to slow down soon because I'm running out of time and I'm struggling a lot. But basically, you know, my main aim on YouTube is entertaining everyone and keeping everyone happy. When you've got thousands of people who all want different things, it's so hard to do that. And for me, it is my main aim. Yet it is the most tough. It is the toughest thing. It is the most difficult thing. So I guess that's just the only thing I could say, really. It is genuinely the toughest thing, keeping everyone happy, but it is my main aim at the end of the day, so I have to try and do it regardless. And, oh, Polo could have been in. Oh, Triggs, oh, tackled. Suzo, get on your left. No, oh, God, I can't get the space. So yeah, I'd say the toughest thing for me is keeping everyone happy. It's so hard to do, and I think a lot of people fail to appreciate just how tough it is as well, which is understandable if you've never done YouTube before. But, you know, believe me, if you have done YouTube and you do want to keep your subscribers happy, you have so many different opinions on what they find entertaining. Believe me, it's really difficult. You know, just imagine basically putting 10 people in a room who all like different things and knowing that you've got to keep them all entertained. Basically, think about how hard that is. Then think about how many subscribers I have right now, 60,000 or something. Obviously, you know, the large majority are inactive, but still, let's say like 5 to 6,000 a video. Think about how hard that is to keep every single person entertained. You know, it's very difficult. So that's the toughest thing for me, but it's still the most important as well. Come on, the Ox! Come on, the Ox! Come on, the Ox! Oh, chipped it. I thought De Gea was going to go to ground. God damn it. I thought De Gea was definitely going to go to ground there. Oh, Kelvin. Oh, no, he's going to get shut down. Kelvin. Oh, tackled. Carrasco from range. Triggs. Flick it over. Oh, he should have gone down, Triggs. He should have gone down. Oh, Ox, no. Oh, penalty, no. Why didn't Triggs go down? There was a little bit of contact there. I thought there was anyway. If he did, that would have been a definite penalty. He probably didn't feel it, that's why, because obviously he's got no legs. It would have just hit his trousers and he didn't feel anything. Oh, Triggsy, I need you to have legs in that situation. Dear, oh dear. And next question comes from Duran. I'm sorry, I can't pronounce your name. I'm terrible at pronunciations. But he says, can you dance? And funny enough, I can dance. Well, no, actually, I can't dance. I don't know why I said I can dance. Of course I can't dance. I can't even do like nightclub dancing, which is the easiest thing in the world, which is just like swaying and just grinding. I can't even do nightclub dancing, so I can't dance at all. But what I can do, and I'm happy telling you this, I've told it once before on my channel, I can actually do the moonwalk, albeit on a flat surface, wearing socks. I can do the moonwalk, but yeah, that's as far as I can go with dancing. So no, I can't dance, but I can pull off the moonwalk, so long as I have those specifics available to me. Next question comes from 701VO, and he says, Ibra's 5-star skills have now gone. How mad were you when you found out? I wasn't exactly mad. I wasn't mad. I wasn't like, oh my god, this is just atrocious. But I was really like, the thing is, I wasn't even shocked. Like, I wasn't even shocked, and that just goes to show how stupid, you know, how poor EA are sometimes. You know, I wasn't even shocked by it. But I wouldn't say I was, oh, I would have saved De Gea, he's been fantastic. I wouldn't say I was mad, because the reality is, like, you kind of expected EA to do something stupid this year. I don't know exactly why, but, you know, they always do something stupid per game. Something obscenely stupid which makes no sense whatsoever. And, you know, it's just like, the thing is, it's not debatable, you know, it's not debatable. Like, there are certain, like, ratings and player bios that they've put out for the top 50 which are debatable, you know, which may cause anguish, but they're debatable. For example, Messi got a downgrade, and some people think he shouldn't have had one, even though his season last year wasn't the best, although it was still very good. It just goes to show how good Messi is, but it wasn't the best. You know, some people think that Messi shouldn't have had a downgrade, and I don't believe he should have had a downgrade either. I personally believe Ronaldo should have been upgraded to a 94, just like Messi is. But, you know, you can still justify why EA downgraded Messi, basically. Although I personally disagree, you can still justify it. Ibrahimovic losing 5-star skills, that's not debatable. You can't justify that. It's just stupid. You know, he's one of the most skillful players and most, you know, flair type of players, if you will, in the game, you know, right now. So to take away his 5-star skills makes no sense. Like, it doesn't. Like, you know, you literally want to ask EA. You know, EA need to explain why they've taken away his 5-star skills, because I honestly, like, you know, as someone who, you know, okay, I'm not too knowledgeable about football, but I do know a fair bit. I can't put my finger on why he's lost 5-star skills, because he's skillful. You know, skill moves are supposed to be for those skillful players who are skillful on a regular basis. Ibrahimovic is one of those players. How on earth can you justify taking away 5-star skills? It makes no sense. So, Yeah, like I wasn't mad or anything because you kind of expect EA to do stupid things because let's be honest, they do a lot of stupid things. But it's just I don't know, like it's weird, like it's truly weird, and I want to know why. Like I want to know why. If they would explain why and they had a valid reason, then fair enough. But they don't, in my opinion. There's no valid reason for it whatsoever. Right, I need to make some subs. Gonna take off Suzo, bring on Escalainen. Gonna bring on Sterling. I want to take off Kelvin because he's tiring a little bit, but I also don't think I can afford to do that. I do want to bring on Sterling at some stage. I think I might actually bring on Anderson for Eric Dier because Anderson, although he's got low medium work rate, it's not the best. He can sort of sit in that holding midfield area and just sort of ping balls forward. So I'm going to play Anderson there, and I think we'll leave it for the time being. So Ezekiel and Sterling will stay on the bench just for the time being, but I think about bringing them on in the near future if we're still struggling a little bit. And there you go. Because I still believe we can win this in extra time, but it's going to be difficult regardless. Anyway, next question comes from Victor, and he says, "Who do you think will win the Champions League?" I think it's going to be Chelsea this year. I've tried not to answer too many football questions like I usually do, but I think it's going to be Chelsea. I really do. I think personally, last year it was Mourinho returning, and it was a transitional period with obviously Ashley Cole and Frank Lampard, two long-term servants playing their final years for the club. I think now they're going to get it sorted. I said at the start of the season I think they'll win the league, and obviously they made a great start. They look unbelievably good. They definitely look like the best side in the league at the moment. So I'm going to stick with my prediction for them to win the league, and I do believe they'll win the Champions League as well. I think they've got a very generous group, which they should get through quite easily, and I think they'll get through the knockout stages and go all the way personally. So I think it's going to be a memorable season for Chelsea fans. Obviously, I hope to be wrong, but I think Chelsea are going to win the Champions League personally. But we'll have to wait and see. I got it right last year. I got to be honest. That was the first time I've ever got it right in a Champions League prediction. I said that Real Madrid will win it, and they did. I was absolutely delighted about that. But then again, I also said Chelsea would win the league last year, and they didn't. So there you go. But here's Triggs. Come on, Kelvin. Come on, Kelvin. Oh, it's not. It's sort of behind him, isn't it? Polo can't concede possession here. Anderson, you've got space here. Go on, let fly, son. Oh, just wide. Okay, and the next question comes from the man Bra, and he says Eto'o or Henry in their prime. I would go with Henry, although I'm probably a little bit biased because in their prime I was growing up just exclusively really watching the Premier League, to be honest, and a bit of the Championship or back then Division 1. So yeah, I would say Henry because I guess just watching Henry as a kid, I played in goal when I used to play football when I was younger. I watched Henry, and he was the type of striker I would dread coming up against, on Saturday mornings playing junior football. That type of composed, clinical finisher. Oh, what a miss! How on earth did he miss that? Thank God he did, but still, he was that type of clinical, composed finisher. I honestly believe that he is one of the most composed finishers there ever has been. Obviously you put Ronaldo up there as well, the original Ronaldo, and obviously Eto'o was unbelievably composed as well. But for me, Henry, one of the most composed strikers I've ever seen play. He was unbelievable, and he was, in my opinion, it's so, like I said, again, it's hard for me because obviously Eto'o spent obviously the very, very vast majority of his career playing abroad in leagues which I obviously didn't watch. So obviously with Henry, it would be natural for me to say Henry because I saw more of him. But I would still say Henry personally because I do believe he was just an unbelievable finisher and one of the best the Premier League has ever seen and Europe has ever seen as well. But come on, Triggs! Oh, De Gea, what a save! De Gea has been insane in this game, man. Seriously, Jesus Christ. Next question comes from. Excuse me. Let me just get this ball forward first. Let me have one more chance, and I'll answer it. We've got a good chance here. Polo. Who's out wide? Escalainen. Good chance. In you go. Oh no! I shouldn't have body feinted. I should have free balled it. I tapped triangle. You probably heard that really aggressively because I knew I made a mistake there, and I was going to get the time to play him through. Oh no! Come on, Carrasco, Gutierrez. You're back. Oh no! One of you got to get there. Oh, Butland, no. How have you been beaten there? Oh, come on, Jack Butland. Seriously. That is across your body. That is a slow shot. You've got to deal with that. It's a good finish. It's right in the corner, but Butland, you got to deal with that, man. It's my fault for poor defending. I got Gutierrez sucked out, but that's poor. That's poor goalkeeping. How was he not saved that? I don't know. That should have been stopped. Oh, God, seriously. Anyway, next question comes from Alex Stefanescu, and he says, why don't you start doing what you enjoy on YouTube more? Of course, related to FIFA or football, people are still going to watch you. Yeah, I appreciate that, but as I said earlier, I tend to do what the subscribers want, because that's just who I am, you know, it's who I am as a person, and I think about others before I think about myself, and that's just how it's always been. So that was literally the last kick of the half as well. So you know, it's not the fact I don't enjoy what I'm doing either. Like career mode. Although I don't enjoy it as much as online stuff, it's still fun at times. You know, so it's not like I'm sort of sitting here doing this thinking, oh God, I can't be bothered anymore. You know, it's still enjoyable at times, but I guess just the answer is I just prefer doing what other people enjoy, and that's just how it is really. And William Powell says, would you be willing to lie to a court for a close friend if it meant saving your friend from going to jail for life? Got to take off Kelvin, man. He's too tired now. The answer is no. The answer is no. It's nothing. It's not like, how do I explain this? Like it's not like I'm someone who's really selfish in that way and not willing to risk my own jail time by deceiving a court. But it's just, I'm of the personal belief, if you do something wrong, you deserve to be punished, I guess. You know, I'm very tolerant, I'm very liberal, and I'm very lenient. But if someone was going to jail for life, the reality is they probably deserved it, you know. And therefore I don't believe I could possibly lie to a court in order to save them, because I would be of the opinion that, oh, what a great chance again, I'll be of the opinion they probably deserve it. If they're innocent, then obviously my view would probably be different, but it all depends on the circumstances, you know. I'd have to know for sure what they did, how innocent they were, and so on and so forth. But no, if it was to try and get them out of a murder charge, for example, which I knew they were guilty of course I wouldn't. But it all depends on what the charge is for and how innocent they are. That's a penalty. Oh, Sterling could have gone down there. Would have been a penalty, surely. I've got to get one more chance, man. Seriously. I've got to get one more chance. I don't think I'm going to be able to, though. They've been so good on offense. Like, every time they come forward, they've just split my back line. And they could finish the game here. They could finish it. Yes, Gutierrez, come on. Come on. I'm not as nervous as I probably should be, because I do believe there's still a chance. But time is running out, so I need to get the ball forward here. Triggs, Escalainen. I've got to use the pace of these players. Oh, Triggs running forward. Ah, would have been free. Oh my God. I need one more chance. Come on, Anderson. Off you go to Carrasco. He's basically dead, Carrasco. He can't move or anything. I need space to whip in across. Come on, Carrasco. Come on, Carrasco. Keep holding the ball. Come on, Carrasco. Oh, it's blocked. Oh my God. I'm not going to get a chance, am I? The game is running down. I think it's all over. Oh, bad pass. No. Come on, I need one more chance. Just one more. I'm not going to answer your question because I need to concentrate. I need one more chance. Come on. It's my fault for making Napoli such a good side, really, isn't it? I just can't seem to stop them from coming forward. Oh, come on. I need one more chance. Come on, Gutierrez. You're out. You're out now. Anderson. Triggs. That's a poor first touch. He's got the ball away. Come on, Polo. Keep the ball on. Triggs. Polo, run. Run. Come on. You've got pace. Come on. Come on. Come on. Come on. Yes, get him. What a run. What a run and what a goal by Oscar Polo. Oh, that is so deserved. We've been better. Oh, we've been better. What a run and finish by Polo. Tight angle, but he squeezed it in. It's Napoli 2, Millwall 2. And we're back on level terms. That is so deserved as well. I actually wanted him, it's funny, but I wanted him to go with his left foot and finesse it. But it doesn't matter. They all count. Oscar Polo equalises. 4 minutes to go in extra time. Get in. And now I need a mug of tea because my throat is drying up right now. Oh, man. Get in, Oscar Polo. Seriously, that is such a big goal. Massive, massive goal. And I'm not going to answer any more questions. I'm sorry, but I really need to see this game out now. If it goes to penalties and we lose, I'll still be, mad, obviously. But I won't be as mad knowing we almost threw the game away in extra time. But well done, Oscar Polo. Fantastic run and finish. And we're back on level terms. Now, if I concede directly from kick, I'm going to be furious. I've got to make sure I defend this. Come on. Oh, that's offside, ref. Yay. Thank you. Right, come on. Got, what is it, 3 minutes? Okay, just over 2 minutes. There might be... Look at all my players, man. Seriously, they are all dead right now. Oh, my God. I think it's all over. I think it's going to penalties. All my players are absolutely shattered. It's been a long 2 hours of football. And we look as though we're going to penalties as well. Come on. I can probably get one more chance if I get a move on. And I actually pass the ball properly. No. Yes, Carrasco, no. Oh, great block, Gutierrez. Now on the break. Triggs, Polo, come on. Ball in the middle. Ox, Polo, come on, it's your chance, bro. Come on, keep going. Come on, you've got to bury the Chilio. Cross it in. Oh, it's up in the air, Skalainen. No, it's De Gea. Oh, no, it's full time. Penalties it is. Very, very tense game. 2-2. Very, very tight. I feel as though really we deserved it. We had more shots. De Gea was incredible, but at least we didn't lose it in normal time or in extra time. We came from behind twice. And we go to penalties. Really tense, but we deserved it. We had double their shots and double their shots on target. More possession. But that's how it is. And, hopefully we can get the job done on penalties. So, Carrasco's got to take the 5th penalty, obviously. But, oh, man. I really don't want to lose this, but I just can't see him win it on penalties. Of course, they scored a penalty in normal time as well. So, come on, Balotelli. Mess it up. Oh, Butland. You went the right way. Oh, God. Come on, Escalainen. Going left. Oh, wow. That's shocking. But I still scored it. Right, 1 apiece. Come on. Jack Butland. Against Piazon. Oh, same corner. Same result. Right, do I go left? Same corner, same result? No, I'm going to go to the right like they did. Come on, Oscar Polo. Yes, top corner. Well done, son. De Gea staying down the middle for both of them. I think I might go right for this one. Seeing as that's where they've gone with the both times. And yes, it's worked. Butland saves it. Oh, fantastic. I thought it was going to go into the top corner, but Butland saves it right. De Gea stay down the middle for... I'm going to go top right. Come on, Gutierrez. Yes, De Gea is just standing down the middle. What is he doing? De Gea, seriously. You're making this easy right now. Come on, Jack Butland. It's Ermakov against Butland. He's gone down the right every single time. That's all the AI are doing right now. But De Gea is staying down the middle as well. So if I just keep on going to the corners... Oh, oh man. What was I just saying? Shut up, Docs. You know nothing, mate. Oh, man. Oh, Butland, get in. I thought because De Gea changed direction, the AI striker would as well. Get in. Come on, Brian Carrasco. Come on. I'm going to the left. It's Carrasco. He's done it. We've won it. It's Brian Carrasco. Oh, get in. It may not be as dramatic as FIFA 13 career mode with Marcano, but it's pretty much the exact same thing. Brian Carrasco, the cult hero of the series, ends it all with the Champions League winning penalty. Get in. Seriously, we deserve that as well. We absolutely deserve that. That is so deserved. We were so much better than Napoli in normal time and in extra time. Get the actual F in, seriously. Oh, man. You know, the thing is, I'm nowhere near as nervous as I was last year in my FIFA 13 career when Marcano hit the winning penalty, but, you know, I probably didn't make that as dramatic as it could have been, but my heart was still racing when Carrasco stepped up there. I was trying to be as calm as possible, but, oh, man. If I shouted into the mic, I do apologise, but that was tense as hell. I tried being really, really calm there, and it worked. Get in. Brian Carrasco lives the Champions League. The cult hero of the series delivers it with the winning penalty. Brian Carrasco the winner. Oh man, I was just... Throughout that entire shootout, I basically said in my head, like as soon as I was about to advance after I'd chosen the kick takers, I said in my head, I said, right, be calm. Don't be overly dramatic. Just be calm, otherwise you'll probably mess it up. I still thought I was going to mess it up anyway. Oh, get in. Because the thing is, like, I'm usually so nervous when I take penalties. Like, I'm usually so, like, shaking the controller. I'm therefore, like, shaking and, like, shouting down the microphone and just shouting in general. But I tried being as calm as possible, and it clearly worked out. So, Brian Carrasco delivers the Champions League final with the winning penalty from the shootout. And that ends the series as well. So, absolutely delighted with that. I really am. I cannot believe that David De Gea stayed down the middle for every single penalty bar one. What the hell is that about, seriously? But anyway, we win the shootout and I'm absolutely delighted about it. So, that is the end of the series, guys. And what a way to go out as well. Seriously, what a way to go out. Winning the Champions League against our former club on penalties. And the cult hero of the series was the one that delivered the end of the series as well. Just like in my FIFA 13 career mode, it was Marcano. This time it was Carrasco. And who knows what FIFA 15 will bring. Maybe there'll be another cult hero doing the exact same thing and making it 3 years in a row. But yeah, that does end the series. So there's literally nothing else I can do. I'm going to show you a final squad report. I'm going to do that. But I'm not entirely sure how else to end the series because there isn't really much else I can do. Obviously, as you can see, we've got so much money, but as we're not in a transfer window, we can't spend it on anyone. We can't buy new players or anything. I'm actually give Brian Carrasco just a mega contract as well. I think I might make him the most highly paid player in the entire football history. So let's give him a where's Carrasco? Let's give him a pay increase, and let's just give him everything we can. Because why the hell not? 930. That's right. Yeah, because that'll give So he'll get paid £1 million per week because he deserves it. Oh man, so I'm going to show you a final squad report, and I did see some people telling me I did see some people telling me that I should simulate to the end of the career mode. The reason I'm not going to do that is because I don't particularly like the idea of coming back and just showing a squad which isn't mine. Like, I like the idea of everything in career mode being mine, and therefore simulating could be fun just to show you what happened. But yeah, I don't care. It could be fun to show you what could have happened without my management skills, but I'd prefer not to. Basically, I really wouldn't. I just like to just keep on going with what I've got right now, and just end it as what I've got right now, and show you basically the final squad of what I had, and there you go. So a couple of our academy players have just terminated their contracts, but we actually ended the series with a really strong academy. A lot of these players could have been world-class players for the future. It's a real shame it took me so long to find great players, but even so, it's a shame that we'll never use them, but there you go. So let's take a look at the final squad report of the series, and that's pretty much going to end it all. So let's go to the squad report, and that will end the series as well. So I'm absolutely delighted with that. So I might as well say it now. Thank you so much for all the support in this series, guys. It's been a lot of fun. It's been fantastic. It's been so enjoyable for me to make, and hopefully for you guys to watch as well. It's been brilliant. So let's take a look at some of the standout players. So obviously Leal Gutierrez, the original Scout Future Star. He's gone up to 92 overall, which I believe he is now the best player in the world with some unreal stats, including the surprising finish being 91. So amazing to see Gutierrez from humble beginnings. We got him through our academy from a Scout Future Star, and he turned out to be the best player in the world in the future, because no one is at 92 right now, as far as I'm aware. And so Gutierrez has been an absolute monster. Eric Dier as well, he was a great signing for us, wasn't he? Now in 91. He's been awesome. Obviously Carrasco, well, it's a shame. The cult hero of the series has been decreasing in stats. It's a shame that he's gone down to an 83, but he is still the best player in the world, without doubt. The best player in the world. He's still been the best player of the series, no doubt. He's been absolutely awesome. The cult hero, we picked him up in episode 1, one of our first ever signings. And I did say this guy could stick around for the entire series, and he did. So Carrasco, the cult hero, just delivered us the Champions League. Played for all of the clubs we managed as well. He started at he started off at Audax Italiano. We brought him to Millwall in the first year as an unknown Chilean boy. He became one of the best players for Millwall in our squad. We then took him to Napoli, into Italy. He shined in that side as well. We then took him to Spurs as well, and then back to Millwall, to where he belongs. And what a fantastic player he's been throughout the series as well. And Triggs, of course, the man with no legs, the man who came from our academy. He came onto the scene. He overcome great adversity, Scott Triggs. You know, he had no legs at all. When we signed the guy, we were saying, how is he even going to stand up? He's got no legs. But no, we were shocked. The guy turned out to be one of the best central midfielders of the game. Absolutely incredible. And he's still only 23 years old. So Triggs, what an inspiration to young kids everywhere. I'm laughing. And it's just hilarious. I love it so much. I don't know why. Anderson never really worked out the way we wanted it to, but, you know, Anderson was still a bit of a hero for us at the end of the day, even though he didn't work out the way he wanted. Kelvin as well came for £2 million. He replaced James Henry in our second season. Never ever thought he'd get to 87 overall, but what a fantastic development what a fantastic investment he turned out to be. Of course, he stayed at Millwall when we went away to Napoli and Spurs, and he developed really well here, so what a great signing that was. He's now 30 years old as well. and Oscar Polo as well were one of the new heroes of the series, one of the standout players of recent years. Came in a couple years ago, or last season actually, well the season before last anyway, and he's now one of the best strikers out there. Obviously probably Falcao's regen with some incredible stats, and I've got no doubt if we would have continued his career mode, he would have gone into the 90s as well. Escalante, obviously his regen, never really got to use him. Michael Ngu, well, he's a man who will never be forgotten. He's obviously going to be one of the biggest heroes of the series. He delivered Millwall their Barclays Premier League title, their first ever one, when we returned a couple years ago, scoring that last-minute winner against his former club, Liverpool, to win the game, actually 4-2, because he also scored another goal in added time. What a hero he turned out to be, Michael Ngu. Danny Ings, a signing in our third year of career mode. He turned out to be a great investment for us, really good striker, and that is pretty much it. Those were the cult heroes of the series, really, and there you go. I'm probably missing one or two as well, but there you go, and that pretty much ends it. Like there's nothing else we can really do, to be honest. I'll take a quick look at my career section as well, and we'll leave it there. So with the my career section, in our first season, I'll run you through what happened. In our first season, we took over as Mill. Actually, let me take a quick mug of tea first, and I'll come back to you. Oh man. So in our first season, I was, we shocked the footballing world by being appointed manager of Millwall, my favourite club. And basically, the board said to us they wanted us to avoid relegation. And believe it or not, we did that. And for some reason, it's saying we didn't have any games. What the hell? That's not right. Why have we got no games here? Thank you very much, EA. You basically discredited our first season of career. Well, basically, in our first season, what happened was we got promoted. We got promoted to the Premier League. We achieved all expectations. We were fantastic. And we led our team into the Premiership. And in the Premiership, we avoided relegation. And we had a very memorable season as well. We also got to the final of the FA Cup as well. Unfortunately, we didn't win it. We lost to Manchester United. But we avoided relegation. We performed above all expectations. We brought in Kelvin, one of those cult heroes. The board, if you remember, were really stingy. They only gave us a couple of million to start off with, which was ridiculous. Yet because of that, we were only able to sign one or two players, but we still managed to stay up above all expectations. The following season, we managed to finish in mid-table again. We played in the Europa League. We also won the Europa League in our first season and the Capital One Cup as well. But we also went out of the FA Cup in the quarterfinals. But we did win two trophies, the Europa League and the Capital One Cup. We also signed Danny Ings as well, which was a good signing for us. And we finished 7th in the Barclays Premier League. And the season following that, as you can see here, what did we do in this season? We left in this season halfway through. So halfway through this season, we were doing quite well. I think we were possibly on course to finish just outside the Champions League places. But we then left because we weren't sure we were going to do it. And you guys voted for us to leave the club, and we went to Napoli in the Serie A. We joined Napoli, and if you remember, we joined Napoli, and we were miles behind the leaders. Yet we came from out of nowhere, won the vast majority of our games, and we only lost once in the league, and we ended up winning the title, which was an unbelievable season for us as we joined Napoli. The following season, as you can see, we won the Champions League, and we also won the league title as well, a double. We didn't win a treble because obviously we didn't win the Coppa Nazionale. We signed Balotelli in that year. What a great signing that was, and we played for Napoli in that year. The following year, we left straight at the start of the season, and we went back to England. We joined Spurs, and as you can see with Spurs, did we actually win the FA? Yeah, we won the FA Cup and Europa League in this year, not the Premier League though. Of course, we only finished in 4th, I think it was, which wasn't the best of the season. We probably should have done better. We still gave Spurs 2 trophies in this season, which was great. And the following season as well, as you can see, we did actually complete a domestic treble. We won the FA Cup, Champions League and Premier League in this season. I couldn't remember that. Oh, well, fair enough. Well, still, we won domestic treble in this year. We were fantastic in this year. I remember this one. We were really, really dominant as well. Bale returned to White Hart Lane. Everyone was pleased with that. And then the following season, we joined Millwall. Right at the end of that season, actually, we joined Millwall. And as you can see, as I put my phone on silent, or try to. We won the league title with Millwall, and we also won the FA Cup as well, and the Capital One Cup as well. So that our return to Millwall was really, really successful. Of course, you'll never forget that season. Michael Ngu scoring the last-minute winner to win us the season, win us the title, I should say. And following that as well, this following season, we won the league, we won the Capital One Cup, we won the Champions League. We didn't win the FA Cup though, but we finished first again. Really, really good season that was. And of course, in this season, the last season, although it won't show it obviously because we haven't ended the season yet. Well, technically, we won the league, we won the FA Cup, we won the Champions League, we won the Super Coppa. We also won the Community Shield. We didn't win the Capital One Cup, but we also won the league though, and that's the most important thing. So overall, we had 3 different clubs. Millwall, Napoli and Spurs, but of course we're in our second stint here at Millwall. We won, 7 league titles, 7 domestic cups, 8 continental cups. Our biggest win was against Leicester with Spurs, 8-1. Our biggest defeat was when we were managing Millwall all those years ago, and we lost 5-1. Our record transfer fee was £40 million. I can't remember who that was on. I think it might have been on... Let's have a look. I think, Bartley. It was Bartley last season. So Bartley was our most expensive transfer. And also we earned £7.75 million. We played 529 games, won 357 of them, drew 113 and lost only 59 out of 529. We also scored 1,039 total goals and got 477 assists as well. And throughout the entire series, we stayed on 15 grand a week. Just ridiculous. But still, that is a recap of the career mode. That is a recap of the career. And what a fantastic career it's been. And as per usual, I say it every single episode, but thanks so much for watching the video. I really hope you have enjoyed it. If you have enjoyed the episode, then please leave a like. But of course, for the series, thank you so much for watching. I cannot express how grateful I am for your support. It's meant the world to me. It really has helped me make this career mode really enjoyable, and I'm so glad you guys have enjoyed it as well. I really am. As I said in the commentary, my most important thing for YouTube is making sure you guys enjoy this, and the feedback I've got has been brilliant. So as per usual, thanks so much for watching the video, but as a whole, thank you so much for watching this series. We could never have got this far without you. 270 episodes is incredible, and I'm so grateful for your support. I really am, and it means so much as well. So thank you very much for it. And there you go. So that is going to be the end of the episode and the series as well. A reminder, there will be a special series finale video on its own, which would of course be like a highlights video of the best moments of the series. If you have any suggestions for me, if you have anything you'd in particular like to see in that series finale, then please let me know what they are in the comments, and I'll take a look for them through the footage, because it will take me quite a while to make. And there you go. And that's basically it. So I can't really think of anything else there is I can really do in this sort of menu. There's nothing I can really do, is there? But yeah, so I think we'll just have to leave it there. And if I missed something out which you guys would like to have seen, I'm sorry. But there you go. I kind of want to see how many goals Carrasco scored in his entire career, but you can't really find out, can you? But how many goals did Carrasco score this year? So take a look at the thingamajig. He scored 42, he scored 42, he played 42 games, scored 4, got 19 assists, 17 clean sheets, average rate of 7.40. I'd love there to be an overall sort of history of a player's achievements, but unfortunately they don't show that in FIFA like they do in Football Manager. But let's just leave it there, because I'm babbling on right now. I'm probably making this out to be worse than it actually is. I'm sorry, sort of making the video a little bit worse by just rambling on. But as always, guys, a big thank you for watching the video, and as I said there, thank you very much for watching this series. Again, I can't thank you enough. I really appreciate your support. If you can leave a like, then please do so, because that's much appreciated, and it really does help my channel out. And I can't wait to show you guys and begin work on FIFA 15 career mode. Hopefully you guys all stay for that one as well. It should be really good fun. If this one's anything to go by, it could be really, really enjoyable again. So thanks very much for watching this series. I really appreciate it. Please leave a like if you enjoyed. I'll see you for the series finale very soon, but thanks for always supporting the series, and yeah, I can't wait to get going for FIFA 15 career mode as well.